mistake they made with this decision. One person said, Shane looks more nervous in this video than he's ever looked in the Ghost Files video. And it's true, you can tell that they've had a rough few days, and you can tell Shane and Ryan felt really bad. I'm not really a watcher, so maybe this is just Steven's personality, but his reaction definitely felt more PR and put together. It felt like he was reading from a script, and it was definitely giving I'm a CEO kind of statement, whereas Shane and Ryan seem more emotional about things. The one comment I saw that summed up this whole situation perfectly was, they actually listened, and I am so grateful for it. This model is more sustainable and accessible for the people. Damage has been done, but accountability was taken. I think some fans are going to struggle with supporting them in the same way that they did before their quitting video, but overall, it is good that they took in the criticism, apologized, and then decided to take back their decision. Hopefully they can make things right with their fans and eventually win back the ones that they lost, because this was definitely a decision that should have never been made in the first place. Anyways guys, let me know what you think about everything down below, and I'll see you next time.
Oh, I didn't see you come in. I'm just reading a little Sherlock Holmes. One of the greatest detectives in history. If you include fiction in history, of course. Welcome, members of the audience. It brings me much joy to say that I have faced turmoil after turmoil this past week to find you the information I bring to you today. Dead end after dead end of just looking and looking to finally bring you a disclaimer, which is good news. This video is solely my opinion. It seeks only to entertain and is not intended to harm or injure the business Scentbird. With that out of the way, Maria Norislamova, or Mariah, one of 3 Scentbird CEOs or founders. She is a big deal in the world of sponsoring people, sponsoring tens of, if not hundreds of thousands of different YouTubers. Like, let's be real. You know what Scentbird is, unless you literally live under a rock, and for some reason you now have a phone and open YouTube, and the first person you decided to watch was me, which, in that case, hi, hello, let me explain it to you. Big overarching company, kinda shady actually, if you ask me. Don't tell anybody. Lets you sample a bunch of different scents from a bunch of different places without buying an individual bottle. By the way, this is not sponsored, not at all. But if anybody would like to sponsor me, like Raycon, they can never do no harm. That's a good company right there. Little free clout, I guess. But they make a lot of money, don't worry. Even though they're just handing out samples, they make a lot of money. And then they built a huge business model by advertising and so forth to now. But the business itself is hardly important. Let's now talk about Maria, or Mariah. I don't know, she's Russian. The company is Russian. By the way, Russian to join a cult. No, just pulling your leg there. Maybe. She is a spiritualist, or in other words, a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, I said it. This rock makes me happy isn't too far off from Bush did 9/11. Now, is it? But, like, actually, she really is just a conspiracy theorist. She says, spiritualist, I'm a spiritualist. No, hardcore conspiracy theorist. And, let's break it down.
The matrix itself is a very feminine construct. That's why it starts with the letter M-A. M-A, mother, mama. That right there is the key, you guys. The matrix is a feminine type of system. What is so special about our version of the matrix?
Why are her eyes closed, though, you may be asking? And I like to think, personally, it's because she's scared of those big floating words in front of her that if she looks at them for a split second, she will jump in fear. Just remember to always be grateful and never consume too much, or else you will perish. Ah! Oh my God! Why did nobody tell me those were there? Maria, or Mariah, however you say your name, oh, those are just there because, we need people who are watching the video to see it, you know? I thought you put those in after, like in post. Is that what the kids say nowadays? In post? Right? I thought those went in post. No, remember? The Matrix. You believe in it. And because you believe in it, you're in control of everything around you. Literally everything. So empowered that when you say things, words appear in front of you. Oh, right. And I close my eyes because I don't want to be scared by our overlord. Yes. Now you remember, yes. But apparently it's because she's doing a podcast. In all these clips, she is talking in a podcast, which explains all the rambling and yapping, the yambling and ramping, all the rambling and rapping. Hey, technically that works. But basically she's just spewing a bunch of word soup out of that multi-million-dollar mouth of hers into a void, whilst in a room with her co-host, who apparently is, like, hypnotizing her or putting her into meditation. I'ma be real with you, it does not make any sense to me whatsoever, and that's probably because it doesn't even truly make sense to them, because she can't explain anything truly to save her life, I swear to God.
What is so special about our version of the matrix? It contains equal amounts of heart and mind. So the matrix that we have today is fairly balanced, right? So our larger, broader reality is very balanced. And that's why when you look in nature, when you commune with nature, and by the way, the nature is the body of the matrix, right? There's this natural landscape that we call nature, right? The mountains, the natural features, the rivers, the oceans, all of that, right? Nature.
Okay, I think you've heard enough of that clip to support my claims. Just like that great movie from the late 90s and the early 2010s. We live in a bunch of ones and zeros, and the person in charge of it is our mother. Our mama. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me either. But here we are. Ones and zeros. See that? That's...
Bye.
There's a bunch of ones and zeros.